So now let's create a class. Okay, so let's take a scenario that we have a class student. Okay, and the student is having attributes like his name and his roll number and some member functions that will be used to print the necessary details of the student. Okay, so here it comes. The class is a keyword, so we'll just write class. Okay, so this is small, followed by the name of the class. So the name of the class is student. Okay, so please, okay, when we are creating the class, so you must, okay, uh, you must take it as a convention that just write the first letter of the class as a capital letter. Okay, because it is a convention. Okay, it is a good programming practice. Okay, there is no, you can say, there is no rule that it must be a first letter, but it is a, you can say, it is a convention that we are following. Okay, so if in higher classes, if you will learn languages like Java and all, so it will be useful to you. Okay, so this is a Pascal, you can say it is a Pascal notation. Okay, in which this is a Pascal notation. Okay, in which the first letter must be capital. Okay, so next is, now what we have to do, we have to create the data members. So this area is by default private, so there is no need to write private. Okay, but if you write private, then the compiler won't show any error. So this is private. Okay, so this private is, it is being implicitly done by the compiler. There is no need to explicitly write it, but for the demonstration purpose I have written it. Okay, so if you ignore this, by default it will be private. So now what I will do, I will just write, okay, I will just create a data type string, okay, name, and int roll. So these are the data members, these are the data members or data variables. Next is, we have to create the member functions. Okay, so the first member function that I am creating is, the return type is void. Okay, and this is get data. Okay, so I am just defining this, okay, inside this only. So here also there is a name convention that the first letter, when we are creating a member function or a function, the first letter must be small, and if it contains two words, then the second word must be capital. So it will help you. This is known as a camel notion. Okay, this is a camel notion. So it will help you in studying further languages, okay, in your higher classes. So now what I'll do, I'll just read cout enter the name. Okay, we are just interested in just printing the name. We'll just read it. Okay, so this name is of type string. So we have, okay, in our earlier lectures, okay, we have just gone through that if we want to read the name, so we have to use a member, okay, a function, okay, that is getLine. Okay, getLine, and inside it what we have to use, cin comma the name of the variable, that is name. Okay, so before this, if you are creating this class, so you must, okay, you must implement or you must write the two header files, that is include iostream, okay, and include string, else it will result in an error. Okay, and here you can just write using namespace std, that is the standard namespace. Okay, and after that you will just define your class. So now this, we have just, okay, read the name. The next thing is we have to read the details like roll number. So we'll just write enter the roll number, and we'll read it in a through cin, okay, that is roll, and this function definition completes. Okay, so I'll also take another function. Okay, the return type is void, and this function is display. Okay, and there are no parameters inside this function. The main work of this function is to display the contents. Okay, so I'll just write cout simply name is, okay, and new line, and here you can just write name cout roll number is, and here you can just write, okay, roll number, and this completes. And here we have to complete the class by closing the brace and by putting a semicolon. So here the class specification completed. Okay, but now this is not a complete program. Now what we have to do, we have to invoke, okay, we have to invoke these member functions in order to access the data variables. Okay, because these data variables cannot be accessed directly. So in order to access that, we have to create a main function. So what I'll do, I'll create a main. Okay, and inside this, what we have to do, we have to create an object of a class. So how we create an object? The name of the class, that is student. Okay, this we have studied in our earlier lectures. And the any object name. Okay, so let us suppose the name of the object is st. Okay, so this st is an object of type student. This is an instance of type student. Okay, instance means this object will access the instance, okay, variables. Okay, so these data variables are also known as instance variables. Okay, so these variables you can see, these are also known as the instance variables. These are instance variables. Okay, these are instance variables, and they can be accessed with the object. That's why we say that an object is an instance of a class. Okay, because it can access the instance variables of a class. So now how we'll access it? We'll just access it with the help of object name, that is st followed by dot and the name of the function. Okay, so if you want to access get data, so what we'll write just get data. Okay, and it will call the get data function. And if you want to access the display, then we'll just write st dot display. Okay, and this program completes. Okay, so in this way we create a class, and here we are, what we are doing, we are calling, okay, we are calling the member functions, okay, and in this way it can be processed. So the main should be below. Okay, we have to create the class above main, because this is an abstract data type, so it must be before main, because we have to tell the compiler that yes, we have created a user defined data type, and the compiler must know that this is an abstract data type and this is the specification. These all are the variables and the member functions declared in this class. Okay, so in this way we create a class. I hope it is clear to you now. Thanks.